anything. It's everything's off limits. We ain't friends no more. We co-workers.
Girl, that's bullshit.
Why would I lie?
Girl, what are you
don't know.
about?
The feud between Shamea and Porsha reaches another explosive level on the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17. And after watching this latest confrontation, it's clear this friendship isn't just hanging by a thread anymore. At this point, it feels like the damage has already been done, and every new conversation only pushes them further apart. What makes this scene different is that neither Shamea nor Porsha appears interested in backing down. Instead of trying to find common ground, both women continue defending their own version of what happened, and the conversation becomes more personal with every exchange.
I never said nothing about
You
this to
said,
no one.
oh, she on the show now, and it's anything. It's everything's off limits. We ain't friends no more. We co-workers.
Girl, that's bullshit.
Why would I lie?
Girl, what are you
don't
talking
know.
about? You're the
Let me
same
know.
one with the
You
same
the same one
last year,
too.
and it's tired. And I see
I'm
you.
tired of you.
And I've
I see
always
you too.
known that.
I gave her the benefit of the doubt because I said, you know what, I love her.
About you, okay?
In spite of it all, I always said.
In spite of what? In
Our
spite
mom's
of what?
relationship, or any other relationship.
So I'm new to this. What's the real reason why y'all not friends?
She knows how to manipulate
She
and
is
play.
who I
Girl,
would
you are
have
such a
near me,
puppet.
close
Girl,
to me
goodbye.
as
I don't
my
want to be
friend,
near you. Not at this
that.
point, anyway.
I'm here.
I don't want to be near you.
It does not matter.
I
When
know.
somebody does the things that she has done, you're going to make a decision for yourself.
Whatever.
You're going to have boundaries for
Whatever.
yourself. Period.
Y'all can sit and believe that lie and that manipulative bullshit. That narcissistic.
Manipulate. You
Yeah,
try to
that's what you
manipulate.
do.
Goodbye.
Let's keep it cute.
Goodbye.
Man, her.
I know.
I've been holding that in because I wanted to protect her. But that bitch ain't protecting me, so I don't got nothing important. She wanna keep talking. We can talk. Dead ass. I'm over it. Everybody got something for me, bitch. I got on YouTube, bitch. You.
I know.
You gonna talk about me, but I ain't never did nothing to you.
You haven't, but be a good friend.
I'm out of here.
Bottom line, Porsha didn't want me here. That's always been clear. I love her because I was a true friend, but I think the love could only be reciprocated if I was only a friend of.
Well, wait 1 second. I'm gonna go with you. I'm not gonna let you leave by yourself.
I've made mistakes and I talk a lot. I own that.
Man,
But I never, not one time, said anything ill about Porsha to any of these ladies, and I put that on everything.
She knew what she was doing. She's trying, that's a snake. She just tried to trigger me. How the hell you gonna say to me, it's just a shame that you won't let Pilar come be over. I would never hurt her. Bitch, you would probably poison me. You think I'm gonna let my child come over there?
because you know what? She needs to be like so bad because her home life and her family life is up. So she does so that people can like her instead of being loyal and honest. And I don't rock with a bitch like that.
What I see in those eyes is the same I've seen in anybody's eyes who wished hate upon me. The same thing I see in her eyes when I lost my best friend last year and divorced my husband. The same devilness, the same emptiness I saw in his eyes, I can see sitting here in hers. Now, until that spirit get up off of her, I ain't with it.
Even if she gotta be held accountable, I still don't want anybody in this group to, feel like everybody is on them.
Do you feel like any of the things that she has gone through in this group that she has brought on
now
herself?
it might have been, maybe she might
Or
have
is everybody
told
just
some
picking
of
on
the things.
Shamea?
I heard Shamea telling UK, there's no way Drew feels like that.
Oh, wow.
Well, he can be in your DMs because he's single.
She's on the phone with him for hours. You have to care about somebody DM.
But stop.
Okay.
Because you were being somebody's lapdog and now you're being her lapdog.
Girl, this is George.
Angela, I don't even know what you're talking about.
The past month and a half, she's completely changed. And I think, I feel like it's very heavy.
Shamea been holding so much in, and she's been taking it on the chin. It probably was a relief for her to get that off her chest. But it wasn't time for that.
I feel like she is absolutely devastated
I tell her that all the time.
by this
I tell her that all the time.
friendship.
So is the friendship over? Is it done? Is it?
Girl, did you hear what she said about my motherfucking mother?
Her and her mom are like the trash that you put out on Wednesday and you hope that they pick it up on Thursday. This the most you done heard me say about the bitch. It's over.
I'm okay, so let's let her deal with her emotions.
I knew that was gonna come to head. I knew it. It was only a matter of time. That's a low down dirty bitch.
My mom told my dad's brother, "You're a f***ing liar. That's your motive. You insane. It's my family, you know what I mean? My parents have been married almost 50 years, you know."
The biggest issue here isn't just what was said during this confrontation. It's everything that has been building up over the years. You can tell Shamea has been carrying these feelings for a long time. She doesn't sound like someone reacting to one recent disagreement. She sounds like someone who's finally reached her emotional limit after years of frustration. That's why so much comes pouring out once she starts talking. One of the major accusations Shamea continues to stand by is that Porsha never truly wanted her to become a full-time housewife. That's a serious claim because if it's true, it completely changes the way their friendship is viewed. Imagine believing your best friend has been supporting you publicly while privately hoping you never receive the same opportunities. If Shamea genuinely believes that happened, then I can understand why she feels betrayed. At the same time, accusations like that are incredibly difficult to prove, which is why they immediately become a source of even more conflict. Another major point of disagreement involves Porsha refusing to let her daughter spend time around Shamea while their friendship is falling apart. I actually understand both sides of this argument. On one hand, I understand why Shamea feels hurt. She believes that regardless of what's happening between the adults, she would never intentionally do anything to harm Porsha's child. From her perspective, the children shouldn't have to become part of the conflict. But I also understand Porsha's decision. When trust between two adults has completely broken down, many parents naturally become more protective. A parent doesn't have to believe someone would harm their child to decide they're uncomfortable with that child spending time in that environment. Those are two completely different ways of looking at the same situation. Neither woman is really discussing the same issue. Shamea is talking about loyalty and trust built over years. Porsha is talking about boundaries in the present. Then the conversation takes another dramatic turn when family members become part of the argument. Personally, I think this is where everything starts falling apart completely. Once accusations involving parents begin getting exchanged, the original issue almost disappears. Instead of discussing why the friendship failed, both women become focused on defending their families. That almost always guarantees the conflict becomes even more emotional. Family is one subject that people rarely stay calm about. Another thing I noticed is that Shamea appears to be looking for acknowledgement more than anything else. She wants Porsha to admit that certain things happened and to recognize how much those actions hurt her. Meanwhile, Porsha doesn't seem interested in revisiting old issues. She appears determined to move forward instead of reopening every disagreement from the past. That's why these conversations keep going in circles. One person wants closure, the other person wants distance. Until both women want the same outcome, it's almost impossible to resolve anything. I also think both women made mistakes throughout this friendship. Shamea probably should have addressed some of these concerns much earlier, instead of allowing years of frustration to build. When emotions stay bottled up for that long, they eventually come out all at once, and it's incredibly difficult for the other person to process everything in a productive way. At the same time, if there were private conversations that left Shamea feeling unsupported or unwanted, it's understandable why those feelings would eventually reach a breaking point. Communication seems to have been missing on both sides. Another thing that stands out is how calm Porsha remains during much of the exchange. She doesn't appear eager to match Shamea's emotional intensity, and that changes the dynamic of the argument. While Shamea is releasing years of frustration, Porsha seems focused on keeping control of the conversation. Whether that's growth or simply a different way of handling conflict, it creates a noticeable contrast between the two women. The saddest part of this storyline is remembering that these weren't just co-workers filming a television show. These were women who shared a genuine friendship for many years. That's what makes every accusation hit even harder. When strangers argue, it's one thing. When longtime friends begin exposing painful secrets and deeply personal grievances, the emotional impact is completely different. The Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 17 has featured plenty of dramatic moments, but this feud has become the emotional centerpiece of the season because it's rooted in history instead of temporary disagreements. Every conversation reveals another layer of hurt, disappointment, and broken trust that has been quietly building for years. At this point, I don't think the biggest question is who's right or who's wrong. The bigger question is whether this friendship has already crossed the point of no return. Once trust disappears and family becomes part of the argument, rebuilding what was lost becomes incredibly difficult. Unless both Shamea and Porsha decide they're ready to let go of the past and have an honest conversation without trying to win the argument, this friendship may end up becoming another example of how even the strongest relationships can fall apart when hurt goes unspoken for too long.